What's up, Unstoppable Squad? Today we have another wrestling podcast for you guys. I'm Unstoppable Denominator, and this week Pistol Pete had requested the weekend off, so I gave him the weekend off. I was supposed to have Vulture this weekend, but it is 2:34 and I haven't heard back from him as of this recording. So we have a lot of things to talk about this weekend, so I thought maybe just do it by myself because it's going to be probably a long video if I had any one of them. But we do have a lot of things to go over with for you guys. Sting returns to help Darby Allin beat Jon Moxley. Could this mean Jon Moxley is leaving AEW? Reports are saying that he's not leaving AEW till 2027. He is still signed with AEW till then, but he could ask his release from the company because the way how it's been rumored that, but we'll see in the coming weeks or months what's gonna happen. We're about to see Chris Jericho leave AEW to go WWE for maybe his one last run in WWE. What do you guys think? Do you think Jon Moxley's going to leave AEW and then regroup the Shield? Let me know in the comments below. To me, I would love to see the reunion for the Shield, but if he's still contracted with AEW, we probably won't see that until 2027. We'll have to see. Depends on if Jon Moxley does want to go back to the AEW. Unless, maybe, who knows, maybe he want to retire. Never know. Remember, he's a dad now. It's great to see Sting back. I wasn't too happy when Sting returned to help Darby Allin win against Jon Moxley. Why couldn't Darby Allin just win on his own? Moving on, we have Sasha Banks, who wins her 12th belt. So I have some little update on Sasha Banks here. I should have brought that up there. But congrats to Sasha Banks on winning her 12th title. She has beaten a record of some guy who held 11 belts worldwide. You think Sasha Banks is going to continue winning more belts, or do you guys think that she is going to stay at 12 and then start losing her belts left and right? To me, why not having her winning more belts? She's on a roll right now. She's got, 12 belts in her hand? Why not let her keep on winning? Maybe next step is to go to WWE to win those belts too. Soon, probably maybe next year, she might slowly start losing all of those belts. But right now, since she's on a hot streak, I would continue going for it. I have seen an update here that one independent promoter mentioned that booking Mercedes Moné costs around $25,000 per appearance. That's a big number. But honestly, it's Mercedes Moné. She clearly knows her worth. She brings star power wherever she goes. Which she does. You see that she has won 12 belts. And she is at that point where she can win as many belts as she wants. She's on the indies. She's killing it on the indies, as you guys can tell. Probably a lot of people are booing at her, but she's doing what she can do. Look at Zack Ryder. He's killing it on the indies as well. But eventually, maybe Sasha Mercedes Moné will maybe make her return to WWE after her streak of downfall goes down. Who knows? Maybe WWE is seeing her and keeping an eye on her once she's ready to come back. Who knows? Maybe she's going to probably go after TNA. Who knows? Let's move on. A former WWE star, Bobby Fish, is struggling in his life personally and professionally now. He is 48 and is no longer getting paid regularly. And now he has started his own YouTube channel to earn money for himself. Karrion Kross has supported him by subscribing to his YouTube channel. Stay strong, Bobby Fish. I might have to go see what his YouTube channel is. Maybe I could go find it and subscribe and see what he's doing. Sucks that, he's struggling in his life. I'm surprised he didn't go get a real job. Working a real freaking job is really, really hard to even pay. It's hard to pay bills when you're working minimum wage and stuff. Pistol Pete and I have talked about the cost of living under WWE tickets and WWE pricings on platforms and stuff many times here on this podcast channel. And it's really tough. And I hope that Bobby Fish can find his way back into this situation where he don't have to be struggling. And maybe, who knows, maybe he's doing vlogs. Maybe he's doing gaming. I don't know. I haven't checked his YouTube channel out, but I've seen this report and I want to bring this up to you guys. But who knows? We'll have to see. Maybe after this podcast, I will take a look at it eventually and bring you guys an update here back on this channel with Pistol Pete or Vulture. Next, we have John Cena's latest official merchandise. If Cena wins, we complain online. It was just on WWE Shop earlier, just not too long ago, like earlier this morning. It is actually on here. If Cena wins, we complain online. There we go. I found it here I might just put it up here for you guys. I'm going to screenshot it here on my phone and for you guys. But yeah, it's actually real. I had to scroll down a lot more to find it is really there. I can't believe WWE Shop actually put it there. Holy crap. I might have to bring this up to next week for Pistol Pete. You'll be like, really? Almost nobody complains about a Cena win. Yeah, because everyone's happy to watch Cena win now because it's his last run in the WWE. So they're gonna be tuning in to watch him and cheer for John Cena now. But yeah, WWE is late on the shit where they should have done this a long time ago. Maybe when he was a heel, they should have done that. To be honest with you, I would have done that when he was heel. Yes, as I'm looking right here on WWEshop.com, he's got some great merchandise here on WWEshop.com. I'm not a John Cena fan. When it comes to John Cena's last match, it's going to be really, really sad, and I may or may not be crying. But I'll be pretty much at work. It would be really sad to see John Cena leave WWE. You know, seeing John Cena in WWE for the longest time is like shocking to see him leave and retire. But yeah, he wants to stick with movies. I get it. But like I said before, and maybe last week, if I was John Cena, I would have said F the movies. I want more dates with WWE. I want to be having one last run with WWE full time, and boom, yeah, book my full time 2025 year with WWE. You know, this would have been with the heel turn. That should have just been like years ago. He should have turned heel a long time ago. But like I said, John Cena never wanted to be heel ever in his life. But yet, when he was in WWE in the beginning, he was a heel. But yeah, I am shocked to see that right there on a merchandise page. Alright, so here we go. We got some updates on Seth Rollins after he was injured when Pistol Pete and I covered that last week. This week's podcast, we are mentioning that Seth Rollins was stripped from his WWE Championship. And that is a shocking. I didn't think he would be stripped. I thought maybe they would keep the belt on him. Braun Breaker was holding the belt and didn't want to give it up. He did not want to give up the championship. He wants the belt. I've talked about this here on this podcast channel before with Pistol Pete, that Braun Breaker is going to be managed by Paul Heyman. Eventually, Braun Breaker will turn on Bronson Reed. Give it time, it's going to happen. Maybe probably in not this year, but probably in the middle of 2026. We have reported saying that the division wasn't supposed to break up until 2026. I put this up here on my YouTube channel, a poll here. Who do you think is going to take over division? Brock Lesnar, Finn Balor, someone from NXT? No one. So we have 7 votes here on the podcast channel. 86% of you guys said Brock Lesnar. 14% of you said none. There was no other option where I could add another person of saying either CM Punk, or reports are teasing Austin Theory as well joining the division. Also, Jey Uso is teasing to be joining the division as well. Reason why I say Jey Uso is because Jey Uso is turning heel. They're slowly building him to turn heel. They're making him act like a heel because he's acting like Roman Reigns as his championship. Like the championship turns people. We'll talk about that here in a bit. But breaking, Seth Rollins might be out for at least 7 months, which that means there is a big chance he would miss WrestleMania 42. As a fan myself, that's really tough to take in, to be honest with you, because he's a hell of a good wrestler. Love him or hate him, he puts in the workhorse. He worked injured for multiple years. Like The Miz, he was working hurt all the time. I think with this break, this will lead Seth Rollins you've worked so hard. Yes, you want to continue working, because it's your job to work tough and hard, but you need to take a little breather. You are the workhorse of the company. You need to take a break. You gotta tell your boss or someone, look, I need a break. I'm injured. I need to heal for at least a little bit. I can't continue wrestling. I'm hurt. Right there, that tells you Seth Rollins is hurt. He's going to be taking some time away. He's going to probably get a repair on his shoulder. People are saying that there's a possibility it might be a storyline. It's a possibility that, because there's a video package, a guy wearing shoes and black shoes and black pants. So there's possibilities of someone being that. It could be Andrade, it could be Seth Rollins, it could be, who knows who it could be. Anyways, back to Seth Rollins. WrestleMania without Rollins just wouldn't feel the same. The energy in the present he brings every year is unmatched. Well, he has missed one WrestleMania and he was upset about it, but he couldn't do anything about it because he was hurt. He has to move forward and rebuild, reclaim, redesign. That's what he went for before. He could go back to that again, but we'll see. Hoping for a speedy recovery for the Visionary. Now, back to the faction. So, since I brought up CM Punk could lead the Vision. Why? Because there's a problem with Rollins and CM Punk, and this could lead a great turn of events. The Vision helps CM Punk win the title. Why I say that is because you know how it is between CM Punk and Seth Rollins, right? So this could lead into CM Punk winning the championship by the help of the Vision. And when Seth Rollins comes back, he goes AWOL on CM Punk, taking his Vision away from him. That would be a great right there. That would be 100% great storyline right there. And also what I say about Jey Uso, yes, he's going to be turning heel, and we're going to be talking about this. Jimmy could cost Jey Uso the championship, and it could cause issues between the Usos, where Jey Uso is going to turn on his brother very, very quickly, where Jey Uso gets up into his brother's face and yell and scream at him like, what the heck? Why did you cost me this championship? And this belt means more than anything to me, and blah blah blah. I could see that happening. We'll have to see what happens in the coming weeks, but I do think CM Punk could be the new leader of the Vision. Like I said, because CM Punk and Seth Rollins have a problem, and the Vision wants the belt back home, and Braun Breaker wasn't in that match where he could have gotten that belt. But eventually, Braun Breaker could win that belt eventually. Moving forward, we got AJ Styles and Dragon Lee wins the tag team titles. Congrats to AJ Dragon Lee. They were talking about their tag team names, where Dragon Lee goes, how about AJ Lee? Sorry, Dragon Lee, did you not know that it's taken? For example, they did say Phenomenal Dragon. That would be a great name for themselves. Phenomenal Dragon. I think that would be a great name. And this could lead for AJ Styles for one last title run for like a world title. Maybe? We'll have to see. We'll see how long this tag team will stay around for. It's great to see AJ Styles winning a tag team championship. Great for AJ Styles, but I would like for him to win one last world title under his name. So we got here is that TJ Perkins is the former Cruiserweight champion, is officially back at the WWE Performance Center working as a guest coach. Great for TJ Perkins to see him back in WWE, but working as a guest coach, I don't know what that means. Congrats TJ Perkins on going back to WWE. He probably wanted to go do more wrestling, but he probably can't because he's hurt or something. I don't know. Anyways, we're gonna go move forward. We're gonna talk about the Jimmy and Jey Uso costing the championship, but we already talked about that. WWE might be planning something huge for Sunday night main event. Jey Uso could actually beat CM Punk and turn heel on Jimmy the same night. But like I said, I feel like Jimmy might cost Jey the championship by trying to stop the Vision by helping CM Punk win it. I have a feeling that's what's gonna happen. It would set up a Jey Uso versus Jimmy match for the world title. And honestly, that could be their shot at redemption after what many called their disappointment WrestleMania match. But I don't think it needs a championship. It would be great to see the Usos face each other for a championship, but it doesn't need a championship, especially not right now. This could either be a master stroke or another risky gamble for WWE's creative team. Do you think a heel Jey Uso as a world champion could actually work this time? Definitely, I would love to see it. I think it would be great to see him as a heel champion, and I think it would make real sense for that. I'm going to talk about the video of Jey Uso winning the Battle Royal last Monday Night Raw, where he currently won the Battle Royal and turned on his brother by eliminating him. It currently has more dislikes than likes on WWE YouTube channel. But how would they even know? Because you can't see the dislikes anymore. Someone on the WWE creative side told the reporters about it. You can see the dislikes and likes on your YouTube studio, on YouTube, on the desktop, not on your phone. The likes have 9.2k, dislikes has 19.3k, which all the Jey Uso's videos that were on WWE have more dislikes than likes on the WWE YouTube channel. So, reason why I wanted to have Pistol Pete here as well is that we could talk about Sam Irving. She had revealed that on social media that today she had a 2-year non-compete clause. She has went through 1 year already. But I don't understand why she has a non-compete clause. She never wrestled. She is a wrestling ring announcer. Why give them a This is why WWE needs to get rid of the non-compete clause. Especially a ring announcer. It makes no sense at all. A ring announcer, come on. A ring announcer can do what the hell they want. They should. This new WWE bullshit contract is getting out of hand. With WWE, TKO is ruining the company. I don't know why Vince McMahon gave it to TKO. They're ruining the freaking company. Upping the prices to tickets. Bringing to ESPN where we had to pay $30 freaking to watch a freaking pay-per-view. I just told my coworker I'm not even sure if I want to watch Survivor Series for $30 freaking dollars. I told him, I'm like, I think I'm going to have to watch the highlights on YouTube. I pay freaking $30 when it's hard for us to live on what we have for paychecks, and we have bills to pay for, medical bills to pay for, and so on. How are we supposed to live on groceries and shit? TKO is gonna bring this company down to the ground, and I hope they do. You guys probably say, oh, they won't. They are, guys. They are. By giving Samantha Irving 2-year non-compete clause, that is bullshit. I'm sorry to say. Let me know how you guys feel about TKO. Do you feel like they're gonna drag it down to the ground by the prices and the non-compete clauses and bullshit? It's great that Sam Irvin found something else to do while she's in that 2-year non-compete clause, but it's bullshit. AJ Styles says he was so shocked and grateful after John Cena's special introduction at crown jewel. It completely caught me off guard when I heard the definition of total non-action. I thought to myself, wait a minute. He took this from just being about John to making it about John and AJ Styles. It's something he didn't have to do, but that's John. That's just who he is as an individual. AJ Styles via Boston Herald. He didn't also mention that he was shocked about bringing up the group leader of the Bullet Club, but I'm shocked he didn't. AJ Styles didn't bring that up on what I showed and talked about here. Great to see that AJ Styles is giving John Cena props on this and giving him credit for it. And, he is shocked about it. And, all of us were shocked, especially bringing up Bullet Club. But the thing is, with the total non-stop action, WWE is working with TNA. Moving forward, we have breaking news. WWE Money in the Bank 2026 has been announced for September 6, 2026 in New Orleans at the Smoothie King Center. So I don't know why they're pushing it to September, right after SummerSlam. Usually it's in the middle of SummerSlam and WrestleMania. Very interesting to see it's after SummerSlam. Something new for this, but I have to see how it's gonna play out to be. Is this going to be just one-time deal, or is it gonna be something that they're gonna look forward to keep it in September? What's gonna be in the summertime? We'll have to see. Are they trying to push more dates to go to outside of the country to put something there? Who knows? I don't know. We'll have to find out where that leads to next year of that filling of the summertime. But I am shocked that they're bringing Money in the Bank in September, like I said. So 8 years ago, Finn Balor went off script to perform the Too Sweet gesture with AJ Styles. Vince McMahon later punished him by having him squashed by Kane on Raw, which was kind of bullcrap. And the thing is, yes, the Too Sweet was pretty much used in the Bullet Club. Also, not just that, by Triple H in the Clique. That shouldn't have got punished. Maybe that's why he got punished for not being able to have the world title anymore. But it's still sad that seeing Finn Balor not have a world title shot still is very, very sad. I would love to see Finn Balor a champion one last time. I would love to see Finn Balor and AJ Styles fight one last time, and also maybe team up one last time. That would be great. To be honest with you, it would be great that they could have brought the Balor Club, where instead of the fans as the Balor Club, they should have let the Balor Club be as a faction. We saw AJ Styles and the club, the Good Brothers in WWE. Why didn't they just go combine those guys together as the Balor Club? Finn Balor actually started the Bullet Club. Why couldn't he start the Balor Club and have them joined in? Now that we have more members of the Bullet Club in WWE, we have more Bullet Club members in WWE that are now in the MFTs. WWE don't see it that way. They never went that route. That would have been great faction right there, but oh well. So we have some major breaking news that Bayley is heavily rumored to be signing with AEW after her contract with WWE expires next year. And this is probably why she is acting the way how she is on TV, giving one last push as her character, because there's probably nothing else for her to do with this character, and she might go to AEW to see what she can do over in AEW. It would be great to see her in AEW, but the name Bayley is actually not gonna be over in AEW. It's owned by WWE, so Bayley might have to come up with a new ring name, or she could come up with use her actual name. I would love to see where her character plays out to be as Bayley. It's great to see her character heel / babyface, the tweener. I do hope that Bayley and Ira do win tag titles together. It'd be great. Even though, yes, I do love the fact that Charlotte Flair is teaming up with Alexa. don't take the belts just off of them. I would love to see a dark side of Charlotte Flair. Would you guys? I would definitely love to see it. So anyways, but we know that once they lose the titles, I definitely see Charlotte Flair turning on Alexa Bliss. Anyways, breaking news, we have Piper Niven's WWE career may sadly be over after suffering a serious neck injury. According to sources close to the situation, both WWE's medical team and Niven herself are exploring very possible options to ensure she can recover safely and avoid long-term damage. However, things remain uncertain, and there's a very real possibility she may never be cleared to compete in the ring again. So that's probably why we never seen her wrestle, and we only saw her like dressed in a suit and stuff. Niven's last WWE appearance took place on the August 22, 2025 episode of SmackDown. Oh, okay. Where she picked up a massive career-defining victory over Charlotte Flair in the singles action. So where did she get hurt? It doesn't say where she got hurt. So it doesn't say how it caused, but it could have been due to Charlotte Flair. Who knows? She has been off television since the injury, and the severity has led the uncertainty about her in-ring future. Doesn't say where it came from. It might have came from Charlotte Flair. That's how her neck injury came about. We'll have to see and find out. Piper Niven gets better. Hopefully she can recover from this injury, the neck injury. You know, a lot of people don't recover from neck injuries, which is sad, but they do sooner or later get cleared down the road where they do appear back into the ring. We've seen it from Edge. We've seen it from Kurt Angle. We saw it from Paige. We have seen it from Daniel Bryan. They all recovered from a neck injury, which that took them out for a long time. It was a career-ending injury. So who knows, maybe we might see her as a Chelsea Green security person, or a manager, or a coach. You never know. We don't know how the injury came about. So we're going to report this here. This is reportedly believed among wrestling circles in Mexico that Andrade may be headed back to WWE. This comes after his recent departure from WWE and after making his return to AEW only to disappear immediately after agreement with the company. It was previously reported that Andrade could be forced to sit on the sidelines for a whole year due to the agreement unless he speaks legal actions, and the belief is that he'll be forced to return to WWE rather than being frozen out for the remainder of his time. Sources are reported by PW Insider, which that would be really interesting to see. Since he can't compete in any other companies for a year, he could go back to WWE, or he could just sit and wait and get a real job for a whole year, or he could do what Bobby Fish is doing. He could do that for a whole year. Who knows what Andrade is going to do leading forward? We'll have to find out. Like we saw the suit, that could be Andrade. It could be Santos Escobar. There's a report saying Escobar is returning back, since, you know, who knows what the character, he might be coming back as a new character, but his name. We haven't seen this faction in a little while either, but it's going to be interesting to see where Andrade leads. Anyways, did you guys know that Rey Mysterio was in the main event of the original All In? September 1st, 2018, before AEW was even born, just 18 days later, WWE re-signed him. I didn't really notice that. That is shocking. I didn't notice that. But I did meet him in person once. And people are saying that I look like Rey Mysterio. The mask looks like Rey Mysterio. I've asked Rey Mysterio. Even my coworker says that's Rey Mysterio's mask. I've asked Rey Mysterio in person, does my mask look like yours? He said no.
Excited?
Yep.
Hey, Ryan, I have a question. I have a YouTube channel. A lot of people are asking me that I'm trying to be like you. But do I have an asking to you?
Nothing compared.
I keep telling them, I do wrestling news and wrestling talk show.
Even if you did look at me.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
They keep saying that I'm trying to be like you, and I'm like, yeah.
That's all good, man. How you doing?
That one match was enough to make WWE panic, realizing one of their top merch sellers of all time was with the Elite. Imagine if WWE hadn't pulled that trigger. Ray could have been an AEW original. Now take it further. Would this had been where Dominic had followed his father and been there too? Possibility. We'd be watching him feud with Hook instead of being Dirty Dom. We'll never know, but alternate timeline sounds wild, to be honest with you. I might have to watch that clip and see Rey Mysterio all in. Yeah, I didn't know about that. Did you guys know about that? Let me know in the comments below. The official bracket to crown the first ever AEW Women's World Tag Team Champion. The tournament starts on Fight Night, AEW Dynamite at 8/7 Central on TBS and HBO Max this Wednesday. So stay tuned for tomorrow. As you guys are watching this and listening to this, it'll be tomorrow. Okay, so next we have breaking news. WWE is reportedly planning a huge run for Braun Breaker as world champion. As we talked about this before. Why is this being reported when WWE didn't make him be in that title picture? But like I said, I think we could see CM Punk be the leader of the faction. Or you know what? How about this? I just came up with this. CM Punk becomes the champion winner. Division helps him win. He eventually wins the title. Seth Rollins comes back. Seth Rollins and CM Punk make it a triple threat. Braun Breaker wins it. Great. Book it, WWE. Book it. It was also noted that the company has been having discussions internally about the perfect time to put the belt on Braun Breaker. That it's scheduled to happen much sooner than later at a major event. Additionally, it was stated that Breaker was initially held out of the #1 Contender Battle Royal this week on Raw due to the situation, as WWE did not feel that the upcoming Saturday night's main event on November 1st was a big enough stage for the crowning moment. Fuck that! It's big enough! Forget about that! Give Braun Breaker his flowers. Let him be the World Championship. I think they are planning it to be at Survivor Series. Just put it at main event, Saturday night's main event. Forget it. Just put it there. Make it a triple threat match. That would be great, to be honest with you. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments below. Hornswoggle has reported he recalls bullying Big E to his breaking point. I bully Big E a lot. I always bullied Big E. I wasn't bullied growing up. I'm very thankful for that. If you've never been bullied, then why bully someone? That's what I hate about people. I hate when people bully people. I always get bullied by Immortal Spades off camera sometimes. Even on camera sometimes he bullies me. Even when he bullied me on freaking our GTS wrestling reactions here on this channel, he bullied me. But why Hornswoggle, I'm surprised he didn't bully you because how small you are compared to Big E. I wasn't bullied in WWE. People didn't want to mess with Fit Finley. Okay, who cares? That's just why. So I was like closest bully at times. Big E riding, I poked and probed, and he actually texted Woods and Kofi. I don't know if I can put up with Dylan Hornswoggle anymore. He just keeps bullying me. He won't stop. So they were finally like, just put him in his place. We were walking into a building. I was bullying him that day, and he just walked in behind me and he booted me from the backpack. Boom! And I, as Kofi describes it, I Supermaned and I landed right on my face. And my backpack hit, and E didn't even say a thing. And I literally got up. I looked at Kofi and go, breaking point. He goes, yeah, I think that was his breaking point. And I literally walked up and said, yeah, I deserved that. And he goes, oh, yeah, you did. This was reported on What's Your Story. The thing is, funny thing is, didn't hear about that unless a Big E talked about it and I didn't listen to it, or did Hornswoggle mention it on What's Your Story. Just finished What's Your Story and I didn't see no Hornswoggle episode. Okay, so I didn't see that then. And it didn't pop up on the screen on my list to listen to. But what pisses me off on What's Your Story for Stephanie is that you get the Raw Talk. Why put Raw Talk under Stephanie? You got your Raw Recap. You have your own freaking podcast. Why put it underneath What's Your Story, Stephanie McMahon? Why? Get rid of it. Just let Stephanie have her own platform. You guys have your own freaking platform of Raw Recap right there. So why freaking bother listening to Raw Recap when you have it on your own freaking podcast? Leave it off of Stephanie McMahon's or other people's podcasts. Oh, it's a bonus. Forget the freaking bonuses. This is Stephanie's platform, not your platform. You have your own platform. I even wrote that in my freaking review right there. So here we go. So Candice LeRae is now reportedly working backstage as a producer in WWE, as well as being a wrestler. Well, congrats to Candice LeRae. But we haven't seen her compete in a wrestling ring in a little while. September 23rd, which was during an episode of NXT. Mean Anything. That was on NXT for the #1 contender for the Women's Speed Championship. But we haven't seen her in WWE match on the main roster or anything. But congrats for Candice being a backstage producer. Hopefully you can turn things around WWE as a producer. It was also noted that LeRae has been producing matches as of late for main event, including one before SmackDown involving the Street Profits versus Los Garza. Sources reported as WrestleVotes. Okay, so that it's really good to see that she produced that. Good luck, Candice, for producing for WWE. I hope it goes great for you. We haven't seen her husband or what's his name in a while. So he's still signed with the company as a active. His last match faced Damian Priest and Io Shirai on September 30th. With Candice LeRae. But what about Tommaso Ciampa? September 30th, 2025, episode of NXT where he was part of a triple threat match against Carmelo Hayes and Trick Williams. I don't remember that because I once in a while see that highlights, but I might have to watch more highlights then. So we're gonna move on. Blake Monroe wins the NXT Championship. Congrats to Blake Monroe. What's gonna lead into, will this make Zara and Ruka? Will this lead into a feud between each other? Yes, I have a feeling that's going to lead because Zarya lost the championship, but it looked like Zarya got injured. Her shoulder got popped out in the match, and it looked like Ruka was going to turn on her, but she was just helping her get her shoulder popped back out. So we'll have to find out what leads into that once Ruka comes back and if Zarya is not hurt. Tatum Paxley wins the NXT North American Championship. Congrats to her. She deserves it. We'll see where things lead for her. Ricky Saints retains the championship, and we could possibly now say that Trick Williams is going to move up to the main roster now that he didn't win the championship. I hope you guys enjoyed this podcast. Guys, give me a big thumbs up. Please, please, please. I tried my best. I know it's just me, Oos. I am looking at my phone. Nothing from Vulture I'm sorry. It's just me this week. Please, please, please just give me my flowers. Anyways, Unstoppable Squad, next week I'm hoping to have Vulture and Pistol Pete here next week. Would love to have them do a podcast next week. I'm just glad I did this all by myself because there was so much to talk about and there's a lot of editing for myself to do this week. I've done this before all by myself with doing wrestling news and much more done in my past. And yeah, hopefully I don't lose followers and stuff from this. If I do, oh well, you guys weren't my supporters. Anyways, Unstoppable Squad, thank you guys for watching. We'll see you guys next week. Hopefully we'll have Pistol Pete and Vulture here. But anyways, Unstoppable Squad. If not, it'll just be me, Oos. I'm Unstoppable, and I'll see you guys next week. Podcast. And I'm out.
Hey everybody, it's your boy Skiz here. And if you don't subscribe to Blonde and the Unstoppable Denominator, then you are a toothy bumfuck, pussy ass bitch motherfucker.